Welcome to the Deep Dive. We sift through the noise to bring you the core insights.
And today we're diving into quite a fascinating setup, a financial ecosystem called Bellator.
That's right. It promises to redefine digital transactions, passive income,
Mm,
the works. Their tagline, The Warrior's Path, it really paints a picture, doesn't it?
it certainly does. Ambition is definitely there.
They talk about building a lasting legacy, and they're very clear about rejecting those, fast money schemes we see a lot.
Which is always interesting to hear.
So our mission today is to really dig into this miracle ecosystem. We want to see if their plan, their sort of battle plan, holds up.
Yeah, can they actually deliver a sustainable, secure financial future? Or is it, well, mostly just grand promises? We need to unpack that.
We've got a fair bit of material to go through
Yeah.
about pages, vision statements like avoiding the pitfalls of fast money, technical stuff on their blockchain,
And crucially, the terms and conditions. Always important.
always. So we'll extract the core ideas, look at how they're blending blockchain with modern finance, and focus on what this means for potential node owners and token holders.
Okay, let's get into it. Let's unpack Bellator.
So first off, that name,
Mm-hmm.
Bellator, Latin for warrior.
Mm.
It definitely sets an assertive tone right from the start, suggests a whole philosophy.
It absolutely does. And what's fascinating is how they lean into it. They see business and life really as a battlefield.
A competition of ideas, excellent service.
Yeah,
That's how they frame it.
exactly. It's not just a name. It really seems to underpin their whole approach. They're building what they call a global movement.
Not just a company, then.
No, they describe themselves as this thriving, supportive network of entrepreneurs and visionaries.
A global movement of entrepreneurs. That's quite a statement. So what's the main goal for all these warriors they're trying to gather? What's the objective?
Well, the mission they state is pretty clear. Empower individuals, create financial freedom.
The usual aspirational goals.
Yes, but also specifically building lasting legacies for generations to come. It's a powerful narrative, right? Trying to inspire that long-term engagement.
Framing Bellator as more than just, a platform, but a real movement for generational wealth.
Right. And they say they're transforming lives through cutting-edge digital assets, strategic partnerships, and innovative financial systems.
And the key insight here, for you listening, is how they say they'll do this.
It seems to be about trying to directly link passive income, specifically from owning infrastructure, to real-world applications and actual payment systems people can use.
Okay, that connection is interesting. Something that really jumped out at me was this phrase, the Bellator difference.
Ah, yes.
They seem very aware of the problems in the crypto world. They explicitly say they reject the model of fast money crypto MLMs. You know the type?
The ones that rise quickly like meteors, only to fall just as spectacularly. Yeah, we've seen a few of those.
We have. But look, lots of projects launch saying similar things about sustainable growth, right?
Or-
And then they just fizzle out.
True. It's easy to say.
So what actual concrete evidence or structural things does Bellator point to that really makes them different from those meteors? Beyond just the nice words.
That's the critical question, isn't it? Their philosophy, they say, is rooted in building something that lasts, creating real value, sustainable growth. They mention innovation, transparency.
Just under buzzwords, maybe?
Could be. But the most tangible thing they point to, the differentiator they claim, is these strategic alliances.
Right, you mentioned partnerships.
Yeah, alliances with some of the world's largest merchant processing companies, giving them access, they claim, to over 100 million accounts.
Okay, 100 million accounts. That's significant scale, if true.
Yeah, exactly. And they present this scale as the cornerstone for exponential growth and long-term success. The idea is it supports real transaction volume, not just relying on, speculative token prices.
Access to 100 million accounts is a huge claim, though. We hear big partnership claims all the time in crypto. Do the sources give any specifics? Are these fully baked integrations or more like tentative agreements? Letters of intent?
That's a fair point. The sources mainly emphasize the potential reach and the strategic aspect of these alliances. They frame them as critical for adoption and growth.
So less detail on the exact terms.
Right. They don't really dive deep into the specifics of each partnership agreement in the materials we have. But the implication is clear. These alliances provide the network for their payment solutions to work at scale. That's what would fuel the ecosystem.
Okay, so for you listening, it signals they intend to integrate deeply with existing finance, not just build a separate crypto island.
Exactly. That seems to be the strategy.
All right, so we've got the big vision, the warrior ethos, the strategy to be different. But how does this all actually work? What's the engine under the hood of this miracle ecosystem?
Okay, so at the very heart of it is the Miracle Pay node.
Miracle Pay node. Got it.
It's described as their way of revolutionizing digital transactions. It combines blockchain security, which people want, with the convenience and speed of modern payments.
Okay. Blending the two.
And the core design principle, they say, ensures that every transaction benefits its node owners. It's all about creating this decentralized ecosystem based on trust and innovation.
Node owners benefit from every transaction. That sounds like the key hook, doesn't it? Especially for passive income seekers.
Absolutely. It's the main selling point for that part of the system.
So how does that work in practice? And they talk about CPU ownership. What does that actually mean here? It's not like owning part of my computer, is it?
Right, good clarification. No, it's not about physical computer hardware. In this context, CPU ownership or getting a Miracle node basically means you're buying a digital right. Think of it like a license or a stake in the network.
Okay, a license to operate.
A license to participate in, and crucially, earn from the network's transaction validation and processing. Maybe think of it like owning a tiny digital toll booth on a really busy highway.
Ah, I like that analogy. A digital toll booth.
Yeah. So when transactions flow through the Bellator network, a small piece of the fees from those transactions gets distributed passively to everyone who owns these Miracle nodes.
And you don't need to do anything ongoing. No maintenance.
That's the claim. No ongoing maintenance or effort. Once you buy it, this digital asset is designed to just work continuously, supporting crypto transactions across what they claim are millions of global locations.
Millions of locations. Okay, the scale is ambitious. So the digital toll booth analogy makes sense for the Miracle Pay node. Where does Miracle Cash and More fit in then? Is that like the brand name for the whole service?
Exactly. Think of Miracle Pay node as the underlying infrastructure, the digital highways, the toll booths. Miracle Cash and More seems to be the umbrella platform, the suite of services built on top of that infrastructure.
Like the digital bank or the financial hub that uses the nodes.
Precisely. It facilitates customer transactions, the cards, maybe other financial offerings. The Warriors Path source says Miracle Cash and More was built using blockchain fintech solutions to redefine money.
And how does this connect to sustainability?
Yeah.
They mentioned that.
Right. They say Miracle Cash and More actually funds customer acquisition. So the services bring in users, those users transact, the transactions feed the nodes, and that helps ensure continuous growth in transactions and the value of CPU ownership. It's meant to be a self-reinforcing cycle.
A virtuous cycle, ideally. Okay. And looking forward, how do they plan to scale this node infrastructure? If they want millions of locations, they'll need more nodes, right?
Definitely. They plan to introduce 500,000 additional nodes beyond the first batch of 210,000, and possibly even more in the future.
Wow, big numbers.
And what's really interesting is how these nodes are linked to liquidity pools. These pools support tokenized credit approvals.
Tokenized credit approvals. Explain that a bit.
So basically, these liquidity pools hold funds that back credit lines or loans within the ecosystem. You, as a user, might be able to get credit in the form of tokens, maybe using your existing digital assets or even your expected node earnings as collateral.
Ah, so it lets you unlock capital within their system without selling your main assets, like the nodes.
Exactly. It adds another layer of financial utility. And they also mention integrating with a centralized Web3 company to diversify income streams for node owners further.
Centralized Web3.
Mhm.
Interesting. So a hybrid approach, maybe? Not purely decentralized?
It suggests that, yeah, leveraging both decentralized node networks and potentially more traditional centralized Web3 structures to broaden the income potential.
Okay, it's one thing to talk about nodes and ecosystems abstractly, but let's get tangible. What are some actual applications built on this? Where can you see the Miracle ecosystem working?
Right, this is where it gets more concrete and honestly quite unique. One really prominent example they highlight is PNIC.
PNIC. What is that?
It's described as the world's first NFT-based hotel, residence, and crypto casino.
NFT-based hotel and casino. Seriously.
Yep. Located in North Cyprus, apparently recognized as the #1 beachfront property by Forbes magazine.
Okay, that's unexpected.
And Miracle Pay's infrastructure is what enables seamless crypto payments there for online bookings, in-person transactions, everything.
An NFT hotel and casino. That is genuinely out-of-the-box thinking. What's the strategy there? Is it just a flashy showcase for the tech, or is it meant to be a major revenue stream for the ecosystem, feeding those nodes?
It looks like it's meant to be both, really. It's definitely a high-profile demonstration of real-world utility for their payment system and presumably their token.
Generating actual transaction volume for the network.
Exactly, direct volume into the node network. But it
Right.
also acts as this premium, tangible asset. It helps entice token holders and node owners by showing potential luxury benefits within the ecosystem.
A very visible proof of concept, spending crypto easily in a high-end setting, which then fuels the nodes. Clever, if it works.
It's definitely a bold play.
Okay, so that covers the, let's say, luxury end. What about just normal, everyday spending? How does Bellator make crypto practical for just buying coffee?
Right. For the day-to-day, they have the Miracle Crypto Card.
Okay, a crypto card. We've seen those before.
True, but it's a necessary piece of the puzzle for them. It's designed to, as they put it, extend the boundaries of digital finance, letting you spend crypto with ease.
What are the selling points?
The usual promises, low fees, transparent pricing, and advanced security measures. Essentially, it's the bridge between your digital assets in their ecosystem and the regular payment terminals you see everywhere.
Got it. So we have the Unique Hotel Casino, the everyday card,
Yeah.
and I also saw Miracle State mentioned. How did that fit into the picture? Is that like real estate investment?
Yes, Miracle Estate seems to be their platform for that. It offers a reliable, independent, passive income platform for individuals,
Aimed at what?
maximizing your financial potential while also supporting the growth of their whole decentralized financial ecosystem. It shows they're thinking broader than just payments or entertainment.
So integrating real estate into their digital finance model, another potential income stream.
It seems so. Another avenue for wealth building and passive income within their network, further diversifying how you could potentially engage with and benefit from this whole ecosystem.
All right, so beyond the nodes and all these services, there's also a specific token involved, right? The PNIC token, PNIC.
Correct, PNIC.
What exactly is it, and how does it slot into this whole complex system?
Okay, so the PNIC token, PNIC, is clearly defined in the sources as a utility token.
Utility token, meaning it's meant to be used for something specific, not just held as an investment.
Precisely. It's not positioned as a security or just a speculative asset. It's built using ERC20 standards.
So it runs on Ethereum.
Yes, runs on the Ethereum blockchain infrastructure, which is good news for compatibility, right? It means you can store it safely in pretty much any online or offline crypto wallet that supports Ethereum. Gives you lots of options.
Okay, standard ERC20 utility token on Ethereum. Makes sense. But what are the actual, tangible benefits for holding it? Why would you want to have PNIC other than hoping the price goes up?
Right, the utility aspect. The sources give a pretty comprehensive list of potential benefits for PNIC holders.
Potential benefits.
Yes, and it's important they note this. Miracle Technologies Group might change these benefits over time, so nothing is set in stone forever.
Okay, noted. But as of now, what are the perks?
Well, there's quite a range. Things like discounted services at all businesses within the Miracle ecosystem, special hospitality packages maybe tied to PNIC Hera,
Oh,
percentage cashback if you make transactions using PNIC tokens within their network businesses, the chance to participate in exclusive events, presumably where their businesses are, like North Cyprus.
so real-world access and discounts.
Yeah, plus stake earnings, you can likely lock up your PNIC to earn more, discounted accommodation in their hotel chains, and even bonuses at the casino.
Okay, so it really is designed to be actively used within their network to unlock actual savings and perks.
Exactly. They're trying to create demand for the token through its utility, deriving value from people actually using it, not just from market speculation. That seems to be the goal, a key distinction they're aiming for.
Makes sense. Now, whenever we talk about these new financial ventures, particularly in crypto, we absolutely have to talk about the fine print, the rules of the road.
Couldn't agree more. It's essential.
Our sources included a terms and conditions document from bellatorlife.com. What are the key takeaways from that? What do you, as a potential user, absolutely need to know before jumping onto this warrior's path?
Okay, this section is incredibly important for anyone listening, any learner considering this. First off, you, the user, accept significant responsibilities.
Such as?
You need the right gear, a compatible mobile device connected to the internet. You have to register, keep your info up to date. Critically, you are solely responsible for keeping your username and passwords secure.
And all transactions made through your account fall on you.
Absolutely. All of them. Furthermore, you are personally responsible for handling any legal and tax liabilities that might come up from using the website or the services.
Okay, so a high degree of personal accountability is expected. You need to be on top of things.
Definitely.
What about Bellator's side? What responsibilities do they take on, or perhaps more importantly, what limitations do they state?
Well, Bellator reserves a pretty broad range of rights for themselves. They can change the website, change the terms and conditions at any time.
Ah,
Often the T&Cs state without necessarily giving you individual prior notice.
okay. Need to keep an eye on those T&Cs then.
Yes. They can also ask you for additional information whenever they want. And they can unilaterally cancel transactions if there are, say, technical errors.
Cancel transaction.
Yes. Or suspend or even terminate your account if they detect suspicious transactions or if you breach the T&Cs. They also explicitly say they'll notify authorities if they suspect illegal activity.
Standard stuff for regulated platforms. Maybe, but good to know they state it clearly. Now, what about guarantees? Anyone looking for guaranteed returns or a perfectly smooth, bug-free ride?
Well, the T&Cs have some very important disclaimers on that front. Things everyone needs to read carefully.
Like what?
Bellator explicitly states it does not warrant that the use of the website is uninterrupted and error-free. They also do not guarantee the uninterrupted use of the website. So, expect potential downtime or glitches.
And what about the information they provide?
Also not guaranteed. It states that the accuracy of the information to be shared by Bellator through the website is not guaranteed and, get this, may be contradictory or inconsistent.
Contradictory or inconsistent? Wow, that's quite a disclaimer.
It is. And they go further, explicitly stating they make no warranties or promises of results as to the availability, performance, sufficiency for a particular purpose, profitability, etc. of the website.
So basically, no promises about performance, uptime, accuracy, or making money.
That's the essence of those disclaimers, yes. These are really significant points for anyone considering getting involved. It highlights the inherent risks you take on in this kind of new technological and financial space.
Absolutely critical to understand those risks. Okay, finally, any simple stuff like age limits or details about the company itself.
Yes, users have to be 18 or older to use the services. Standard practice. And it's worth noting, the legal entity behind Bellator listed in the documents is Softtech Global Limited.
And where are they based?
They provide a company address in Hong Kong. That gives you a crucial piece of background on the actual entity running the show.
Good to know. Okay, so after all that, what does this boil down to for you, the listener, trying to make sense of this evolving financial landscape?
Well, we've taken a pretty deep dive into Bellator and its whole miracle ecosystem. We've seen their ambitious vision empowering people, decentralized finance, passive income from these miracle nodes.
And the utility of the PNIC token within their network, which includes that really unique NFT hotel and casino, plus other real-world applications they're building out.
You're right. We've seen how they aim to create a lasting legacy and position themselves differently from those fast money schemes by focusing on sustainable growth and real-world use cases.
While also being very clear through their T&Cs about the significant responsibilities you take on as a user and the lack of guarantees.
Exactly. The core idea seems to be leveraging blockchain technology for potential daily passive earnings tied to a broader financial system that genuinely tries to connect crypto with tangible utility.
That strategic use of CPU ownership, the digital toll booth idea for passive income, plus those claimed large-scale merchant partnerships. That's their attempt to anchor digital assets in real-world transaction volume, isn't it?
It really seems to be. It directly addresses that common criticism that crypto often lacks real, everyday usefulness. They're trying to build that bridge.
Okay, so that leaves us with a final thought to chew on. If Bellator's model, this miracle node system, actually succeeds in creating consistent passive income from real transactions,
And if their utility token genuinely unlocks valuable benefits across their network,
then what could a truly decentralized future one where theoretically every transaction within an ecosystem could benefit you, what could that actually look like for your financial journey?
and just as importantly, what level of personal responsibility, research, and risk tolerance does navigating that potential future demand from you?
A lot to think about there.
Yeah.
We hope this deep dive has given you a clearer picture of Bellator and some valuable insights to consider.
Thanks for joining us.